Blah, blah, blah.
So today I will be making a tutorial about the product and quotient rules. There are two rules used to derive functions. So when you're multiplying two functions together, you use the product rule. So an example of that is f of x equals x squared times x cubed plus 1. X squared is the first function and it's being multiplied times the second function, which is x cubed plus 1. So the product rule is when you have two multiplied and you're trying to derive them, you take the first function times the derivative of the second and you add it to the second derivative times the first derivative. So following that rule, you take the first function, which is x squared, and you multiply it times the derivative of x cubed plus 1, and you add that to the second function times the first function, its derivative. So then x squared stays the same and you derive this, so that's going to be 3x squared, and the 1 cancels itself out because the derivative of a constant is just 0. So then this stays the same and you derive x squared, which is just 2x, and then you multiply the terms together. So then that's 3x to the 4th power plus 2x to the 4th plus 1, and then you combine like terms, which are these two, and then it would be 5x to the 4th plus 1, and that would be your answer to the derivative of that. Another example of the product rule is y equals x to the negative 3rd power plus 4 times x to the 5/2 plus 1. And here you use the same rule, so you take the first function times the derivative of the second, and then you add it to the second function times the derivative of the first. And this one stays the same just on the last problem, and the second function is derived, so then you bring the 5/2 to the front times x, and you subtract 1 when you derive from the exponent, so then that would be minus 2/2, which would be 3/2, and that would be your power, and the 1 cancels out, so that's it for that. And then this stays the same, so you just bring it down as it is, and you derive this, so it would be negative 3x, and then again you subtract 1 to the exponent, so that would be negative 4, and then the 4 becomes 0, so same thing. So here, let's rewrite this, so then it would be 5/2 x to the 3/2 plus x times, well, to the 5th, whatever. So now that it's all derived and everything, you combine like terms. So then, well, you multiply them together, and that would give you, on this side, you would multiply them together, so you would have 5 over 2x to the negative 3 over 2 power plus 10x to the 3 over 2 plus negative 3x and the power plus 1 from here, and then you combine like terms and you end up with 5 over 2 x and then you simplify, so you end up with negative 1/2 x over 2 plus x plus 10 times x 3 over 2 plus 1, and this would be the derivative of a y.